Hi everyone, welcome back to Featherstitch House. My name's Rebecca and each week on this channel I make videos about embroidery and textile art to help you get creative. It has been quite a while since we did a What's in the Box video. Now this series I show you inside some of the kits that we offer in our shop online and at various shows that we're going to. And I thought it would be nice to share the most recent kit that we've developed with you. So I am going to show you inside my Winter Hares landscape kit. Now this launched back at Textiles East in February, and there is a sneak peek to the next kit in the series coming towards the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. That one is going to release at Craft for Crafters at West Point Arena in Exeter in just a couple of weeks' time. There are details in the description below, but I'll say more about it as I'm showing you inside the kit. I love these kits. They have sold really well and we're currently restocking at the moment because they sold out almost at Textiles East. So if you want to get your hands on one, all the information you need and the link to our website is down in the description. So I'm going to head into my studio and let's find out what's in the box. Okay, it's been a fair while since we've done a What's in the Box video, but I do have some new things to show you, and we're starting off with what's in our Winter Hares boxes. This is the first in a series of new kits that will be released throughout 2025 that are wall hanging landscapes, and they're all felt applique. They've got a more slow stitch feel, but there's something really special about these because they contain a hand painted sky background. So there are two options at the moment for the Winter Hares. I think we're just testing out which one is the most popular, and at the moment it's midnight, but you tell me what you think. At the end of this video I'm going to give you a sneak peek of the spring landscape that will be released at West Point Arena in Exeter at the Craft for Crafters show at the end of March, so it will be available there for the first time. You get a sneak peek today. So I'm going to start with the midnight. I have already released the sticker on this, so there's a tear in the tissue paper. I was checking it out. So this is how the kit comes. Let's take the bits out and I'll show you them in more detail without the rattling paper, and then I'll give you a quick look inside the Dawn one. So you get a piece of backing felt, you get a thread pack, and these kits all contain a variegated thread and a metallic perlé as well, just to add a little bit of highlight. So we've got a lovely blue, silver and lilac theme to this kit. You get a needle and you get all the felt that you need to make the landscape background, and this one's got an additional square of white to create the moon because this is like a moonscape. And you get a hand painted sky, so it probably doesn't look much at the moment. So this is supposed to be representative of the Northern Lights. Lots of blues and lilacs in this and indigos. Everyone is going to be different because I hand paint them all separately. Get a little bit of webbing to make your hanging loops, and you get a piece of 100% cotton backing fabric to sort of make a bound edge on the back of your landscape. So that's all of the materials that you get. So there's a fair amount of content in there. So a range of felts, backing piece, and then you also get some Bondweb to help you. This is more used as a stabiliser rather than an adhesive, to stabilise your shapes, because there's some fine detail on some of the shapes. So the trees and the hares are quite precise shapes, and the Bondweb really helps to stabilise the felt so you can cut out really neat shapes. So you get a copy of the finished piece so you can check out your stitching. I won't show you all the instructions, but you get really detailed instructions that take you through step by step. So how to do the background, how to add stitch details. There's some diagrams in there as well. You get a background template, looks like a blank box, but it isn't. You get a pattern for your stitching that's all colour coded to help you. You get a Bondweb template that is sized to the piece of Bondweb, and you get a stitch guide for all the stitches that you're going to need. You also get a piece of parchment so that you can press things without melting the felt or thread. And yeah, so you get loads and loads of materials to help you create your kit. And the piece, when it's finished, looks like this. So this is the finished piece. It's got loads of slow stitch. You've got some blanket stitch on there, got stitch details on the trees. You've got a little bit, I don't know how well the camera will pick it up, but you've got a little bit of glitter sparkle on there as well. And then you've got some hares and then some slow stitch on the background and some little floral sprays at the bottom. So this has proved very popular. This sold out. I think we have just one left at the moment. I'm just about to restock it. So there will be, if you want to order this, it's available now. It's being restocked this week and I can post it out to you very soon. So there isn't really a delay on that one. So that is Winter Hares, and you've got your backing fabric. So you've got a really nice background and you can hang it on the wall from a piece of down. So that's Midnight. I'm just going to show you inside Dawn. It's essentially the same. So you get the same materials and everything, but just a different colourway. So this is based around sort of lilac and yellow. You get some white metallic perlé and this gorgeous variegated thread that's got sort of pinks and lilacs and greys and yellows in it. It's a really harmonious colour palette. And then you get all your, let's take it out. So we work on a lilac backing. You get your backing fabric again, and you get a Dawn Sky panel, again hand painted, that has got these lovely lilacs and pinks and yellows in it as well. So that is the backing for that one. All the same instructions and Bondweb and all of that side of things. And this one features a sun. So if you are keen on this colour scheme, this is what the finished piece looks like. So this one I really love. So each background has its own character. This one is a little bit paler, this one's a bit bolder, but they'll all have a slightly different character, and you get a completely unique looking piece of textile art. So that's our hares for that one. And this one's more sort of greys in the foreground rather than blues. This one is my favourite of the two hares. Rick and my sister like the Midnight one. So yeah, whichever one proves most popular overall is the one that will continue. So one of them will be a limited edition, We just don't know how limited at the moment, so we're just waiting for them to prove themselves. So this one's about to be restocked as well. Both of them sold very well at Textiles East back at the beginning, well, middle of February it was. So yeah, I think if you want one, you probably need to move quite quickly to get your hands on one before they sell out again. So that's the Dawn option. So these are genuinely really easy to stitch. It's mostly running stitch, a little bit of blanket stitch here and there. I think there's a bit of fly stitch and a couple of French knots, but they are designed to be mostly slow stitch in their feel. So it's just very straightforward stitching, bit of bond webbing, and probably the trickiest thing is putting the backing on, and that's not very tricky at all. So I think I've loved making them myself. I love designing them, loved making the kits, and I've loved stitching the prototypes. So they probably take maybe 10 hours in total. So not a hugely onerous task. You could finish it in a week if you wanted to, or take much longer over it if you like. And as I say, this is the beginning of a series of landscapes. So we're going to have 4 landscapes, each featuring a UK animal native to the UK, each featuring a hand-painted sky or background, and each with a kind of slow stitch feel. They'll each have a variegated thread and some metallic thread in there to work with, and will always supply the backing fabric. So they've got a sort of quilted feel to them. Loads of fun to stitch and well worth a try if you are not really into embroidery but just want to try your hand at a little bit of embroidery that you can display on your wall. So that's our Winter Hares kit, available now on our website. We'll put a link in the description below. I'm just going to give you a sneak peek of the spring kit that is hot off the press. I don't have a kit to show you yet because I literally finished the prototype this morning and couldn't wait to share it with you. So this is inspired by one of the postcards that I did in Postcards from the Hedge. So this is the postcard that inspired the spring landscape kit. This was our badger postcard, and if you don't know about Postcards from the Hedge, I do have a video introducing this, and I'll link it in a card at the top of the screen there. It's a subscription project that I run over on Ko-fi. It starts at just £4 a month. If you want patterns as well, that's £6 a month, and for £8 a month you get the tutorial video for this and the pattern, plus a poetry tutorial linked with the theme of the postcard. So that's available now. You can sign up immediately and you get access to all the content. It's a little bit like Netflix, so while you're subscribed you have access to everything. When you unsubscribe at the end of your subscription period, you lose access to everything. So a little bit like subscription channels on TV really. But we made this a few weeks ago now and it totally inspired me. I loved the badger in the greenery, and that was where I took my inspiration from. So our spring landscape is here. This is my bluebell badger, and again really simple slow stitch. There's some harmony with the winter scene. It's mostly greens and blues. We've got these lovely little stitched bluebells, super simple, down in the foreground. We've got our little badger and some trees that are in leaf, and we've got this sort of leafy forest canopy background on this one that is all shades of greens and blues. and a little bit of variegated thread in the background as well, and I've used that in the foreground and to stitch the leaves onto the trees as well. So this is what is going to be released in March at West Point Arena. I will put some details about that in the description below. It'll also be available at our next show, which I think is in Wetherby at the beginning of April. So yeah, if you want to get your hands on one of these in person, they're the shows that we're going to have them at, but you can get them on our website. This one is not available yet. This is launching on the 27th of March, so it will be available after the show on our website. But if you want to be the first to get your hands on this one, West Point Arena in Exeter, Craft for Crafters is where you need to be. So if you're in the south of England and want to come along to that, do get your tickets early. I think this is going to sell quite well. It's been very popular on Instagram so far, and in the little circle of people that have seen the finished piece. So this is what's coming soon. This is my favourite one of the three. This is right up my street, my colours. So yeah, that's what's coming soon. So winter hare, spring badger, slow stitch landscape kits available. These are available now, and this one's coming very soon. Do look out for the next couple in the series, so our summer and autumn landscapes. They'll come out later in the year. But yeah, this is where we're up to so far. So I hope you've enjoyed that little tour of these kits. And yeah, let me know what you think in the description below. Which one's your favourite? Which of the hares is your favourite? Which one do you think is going to win longevity in our shop? And yeah, I'd love to hear what you think. So thanks so much for watching. I will be back soon with another video showing you something else interesting to make. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and hopefully I will see you at West Point Arena in a couple of weeks' time. I'll see you soon for another video. Take care. Bye.